part of my job as priestess is to be a transmitter of information. One of the things that we do in a lot of initiations is the activation of Earth Star and Soul Star chakra. I find that this is so necessary to help me not only ground, to expand, but also to kind of move into this place of being a pillar of light, expanding more into my truth. Thank you. They say this is going to be a very helpful way to move through some of the human, to anchor more of your light. Certainly do this, they say, when you're having any ascension symptoms or physical pain. This expansion of you feels really quite good. Reminds you what's real, both above and below. And is a very, thank you. Your participation in this exercise will strengthen the collective, will strengthen Gaia, will not necessarily speed up the ascension process, but will stabilize it for others. Yeah, do that while you're at it. So know that nothing that you do is just for you. It's to remember older parts of you, to give permission for more to move through you. Activation, honey. This is the way we do things. So we're going to do for you today an activation of the Earth Star and Soul Star chakras. You may have experienced this in other classes, but I wanted you to have a standalone place for it. And as we begin, I just want you to come into breath. Giving your body and mind permission to engage in a sacred activation. Giving your heart permission to receive. Closing your eyes if it feels comfortable for you. And we're going to begin with the Earth Star. Earth Star might be known as the 0th chakra, the chakra underneath the feet. The way that I work with it is from a tradition known as Akadua. Once I heard their explanation of the Earth Star or of the 0th chakra, sometimes you'll hear things and things click into place. For me, it clicked into place. Felt very familiar and my body just reactivated all of it. So imagine a black obsidian egg underneath your feet. Let it be the size of a beach ball. And you'll feel it holding you. You'll feel it supporting you. Give your body permission just to sense that. These lovely senses that you have is what makes you human. Enjoy it at every level. Even if you feel like you're making it up, you're not. That Earth Star chakra begins to pulsate, and we'll synchronize it to the heartbeat of the earth. And naturally, as it begins to come into harmony with the heartbeat of Gaia, you'll feel it begin to sink down a little bit. I like to put mine into that mycelial network, that inner earth grid. And just notice if you can feel within your body that sense of being held, sense of being anchored. This is you expanding out of your 3D and moving into your second dimensional aspect of self. So that you become even more multidimensional. like to work with my Earth Star chakra as a way of grounding. Letting it move into that mycelial network. Letting it find naturally the ley lines that are on this earth, the inner earth grids. Because once we know how to navigate on those grids, things make a little more sense. These are the ancient pathways of movement, of rhythm, of structure and order on Gaia. And as we drop even more deeply into that mycelial network, that neural network that holds the entire planet together, I want you to just thank the mushrooms. Thank this kingdom and this species for being present, for being the oldest thing on this planet, and also that which continues to evolve so that it can survive and thrive. Tap into that mycelial network and feel its expanse. Feeling the singularity. Knowing they are all interconnected. Speaking to each other, firing to protect and love one another. As long as this mycelial network exists, we're safe. Thank it. When you see a mushroom that rises up to the earth and shows itself off to you, that's exactly it. It's a gift. The mushrooms that you see on the surface, oh goodness, they are just a fraction of what's going on. So allow yourself to sink in and to surrender through this Earth Star chakra. Into this internal grid of loving energies, of conscious energies, of wisdoms older than anything you can possibly imagine. And as you allow yourself to be absorbed into that network, you can feel both its purpose and its love. You can feel its memories, primal and ancient, of things as they existed on this planet way before humans showed up. Treat this mycelial network as the inner Akashic grid of Gaia. Holds the memories of Gaia. It is the Akashic record of what has happened on this planet. Good. Come back now. If you drifted out of your body, come back now just into that black obsidian egg. Come back into your Earth Star chakra. Leaving it there in the earth, bring your consciousness maybe up to solar plexus, maybe up to mental, but come back to you now. Still feeling your feet open, still feeling yourself connected down there. And taking a moment just to notice how you feel. Maybe safer, maybe bigger, maybe quieter. We're going to rise up above head now to activate your soul star chakra. The soul star chakra will be above your head. Thank you. You may experience it as your halo. Ooh. They really want to call this the 13th chakra for you today. So let yourself just rise up. I usually experience it as a Merkaba that is platinum in color. This one is usually rotating. If you know how to activate your Merkaba, you may choose to do that now as well, activating those Taurus fields, or feeling naturally that they turn on for you without you needing to do anything at all. Going back into the natural rhythm and harmony that is truth. I want you to go above your head now, reaching up higher and finding that grid, that timeline, the birthing timeline. Give permission to extend all the way up to it. And as we did with the mycelial network, just allow yourself to merge into the Akashic field of the new earth, of a future reality. Of a galactic reality. You may not have a frame of reference for what this reality looks like, but give permission just to have a sense of the expanse of it. Into the all possibilities, to the infinite opportunities of a reality beyond Earth, of Gaia no longer in isolation, but reconnected in her own soul to a family that's bigger as you reclaim your galactic lineage as well. You can feel the playfulness, the creativity. They want to celebrate you now because part of this creativity is the blessing of your human experience. Your ability to create the way you do only could have happened if you chose to take on 3D form. You're one of the most powerful forces in all of the galaxies. Feel that now. Know a power that is absolute. Know the power of that delight, joy, and awe. Let it feed you as you feed it. You may notice when you're practicing from Soul Star Chakra, different level of neutrality of the observer. Also a different pull. You can feel that pull that almost lengthens and strengthens you way down into that 2D mycelial network. And this one is actually going up into the 6th dimensional, seeking to anchor there. And I want you to breathe between these two poles now, between these two access points of view. Breathing into one and out through the other. Any way that feels right for you. In this way, we are feeding and linking the grids. In this way, we're giving permission to be a pillar of light, of strength, of resonance, of experience, of this human experiment. And if you begin to feel yourself going lightheaded, this is altered states. That's perfect. You're in it, honey. Give permission for more of your divine self to work through you. Inviting that highest self to come all the way down now to Earth Star. Inviting that Earth Star to come all the way up to Soul Star. So that the human and the divine are not separate, are not warring, are not in opposition. But they're sweetly invited into one another to have an experience of what the divine feels like in form and what the human feels like in the divine. You should notice both the Earth Star and the Soul Star are rotating. Thanks. That Earth Star may decide to pulse instead of rotate. That would be fine too. But notice how it expands your energy field when you activate these two and link them with your breath. Notice what it does to your literal spine. I don't want you to feel like you ever need to come out of this space. You can be here all the time. This is good. It's good for you. It's good for the planet. And as we extend ourselves into these different poles, P-U-L-L-S, P-O-L-E-S, that's funny, the poles. It'll help you hold neutrality a little different too. It'll open up your heart, open up chest, open up breath. Super helpful when grieving. Helps to remember what's real. You can find more of us over at Patreon anytime, Cosmic Mama Podcast, andymurphy.com. We're here.